number 3, the big one. This is the Tasman Grand Prix. And problems there for Esther. Well, he just got on the throttle a little bit too soon, and you saw the car shoot out sideways. Got it back under control again, and will lead them into Jenny and Holmes. This is the big one, though. This is the one they all wanted to win. Esther in the front in the McRae, then it's Smith, then it's Redmond, then it's Shane Windelburn, then right in behind him it looked like it was Aaron Burson, so a good result for him. Car number 15 out there, that's Frank Lyons in the Lola T300. Well, every time he comes to New Zealand he seems to bring a different car. He drove a New Zealand car, a big, at the Christchurch Casino Lady Wigram Trophy, but now he's back in one. He owns himself, and Smith, he wants to get on with it bright and early. So in the first lap, as they come into the braking area for the hairpin, he dives down the inside and makes the pass on Esther. So Smith leads it. Esther comes right back at him. These stock block Formula 5000 cars had their heyday in the 70s. Round about 510, 550 horsepower at the rear wheels. And those rear wheels are 15 by 7s. They all run on Avon tyres here in New Zealand. 13 by 10 front wheels. You can see the big difference in the wheels. And round the outside again goes Esther. Well, he likes the first turn here at Pukekohe Park Raceway. The Jenny and Holmes sweeper. That's where he made his move to win the second race of the weekend, and he's in the front here in the Grand Prix. Once again, Stan Redmond is showing out well because he's up in 3rd place. And normally, he tells me he doesn't like the heat. He struggled a little bit in the heat of Australia. Certainly at Eastern Creek, some of the longer races were taking their toll. But here at Pukekohe, he's right in the mix. He's right in behind the master. And there he is, number 4, Ken Smith. Jay Esther leads it. This MSC Formula 5000 race brought to you by Smith & Davies, New Zealand Express Transport, Toll, Pacifica, Bonnie's, and MSC, of course, Mediterranean Shipping Company, our major sponsor. They help get these cars right around the world. They've been to Europe, they've been to Australia, and they're going back to Australia. It can now be announced that the final round of the MSC Formula 5000 series will be the ING Formula 1 Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne in March. There is Frank Lyons. Will he be in the field that starts at Albert Park? Certainly in the field here at Pukekohe Park Raceway, along with his wife. Steve Ross in the 33, spun in the second race, now going quite well in this one, the Tasman Grand Prix. This is the battle at the front of the field. It's still Esther in the McRae from the Lola T430 of Kenny Smith. Then it's the Lola T332 in the Magnum Wheels colours, as driven by John Walker in Australia, of Stan Redmond. And right in behind him, it is Stu Lush from Auckland. And Lush getting a little bit closer. Kerry Anderson just moving over, letting the fast boys come through. And Shane Windelburn in there as well. And right in behind him, looks like it is Aaron Burson and Tony Roberts making his presence felt there in his older McLaren. But this is Stan Redmond, and how close does he want to get coming over Ford Mountain, just getting one wheel over the white line. Oh, and you can see a stranded car there, and I've got a feeling that's Kerry Anderson just on the exit of the hairpin. Now that may mean another intervention from the safety car as this big field battles its way up over Ford Mountain and completes another lap. And there is Kerry Anderson in the number 8. This is what's happening at the front of the field, though. Esther, Kenny Smith getting a little bit closer. In fact, Smithy having a good long look as they come into the braking area, and he sneaks down the inside. So the Lola takes the McRae GM1, and Ken Smith goes into the front in the Tasman Grand Prix. This is the Lola T430. It's owned by David Abbott. I can tell you David Abbott running around about 8th or 9th place, so just inside the top 10. Yellow flags, and that normally means the safety car is on its way again here at Pukekohe Park Raceway, and I suggest to you it is for Kerry Anderson's car that is stopped. The Lola, there he is, out of the car, but they've decided that it's a dangerous position, so the safety car will be needed to get that car removed, and that is going to bunch up this field once again. There is the safety car, and right in behind them, look at Ken Smith. He's got the front running. That's what he wanted. Right in behind him, Jay Esther. Then it is Stu Lush. Just off on the inside there, you see Tim Rush in the big. He's a lap down. There's number 1. That's Aaron Burson. So the safety car will lead them round for one more lap. The light's still on, so they'll do another lap under safety car. Tim Rush just moving to the outside of the racetrack. He doesn't want to get caught up in this rush to the first turn. There is Lush, there is Redmond, there is Shane Windelburn, a bit of an Auckland specialist, I should say, in his Lola. So down the back straight they go, Ken Smith and Jay Estera, and they've stolen a bit of a march, so it looks like the rest of them are sleeping a little bit. They won't be happy with that as they get back into full racing speed now on the back straight, and it's Estera that's got in front of Ken Smith. Just out-dragged him onto the back straight here at Pukekohe, and it's meant the lead coming out of the hairpin. Smith in second place, and then there's a huge gap back now. Stu Lush caught napping a little bit, but he's got around Stan Redmond, so Lush moves up into third. Redmond goes back into fourth. Aaron Burson in there as well in the Talon. It's the ex-Tony Roberts car. There is Alistair Russell. And right in behind him, Tony Richards. Now, we haven't said too much about Tony Richards today. And then behind Richards, Ian Clements. And these guys have been front runners at all the other rounds of the MSC Tasman Revival Series. There is Tony Richards, second in the points, behind Ken Smith. And Ian Clements right in behind him. But maybe they've been caught out by the outright pace and speed that this field is showing here at Pukekohe Park Raceway. As I said, lapping in the 55-second bracket. That is very, very fast indeed. There's the second of the Lola T430s. That's David Abbott. Owns both of these very rare cars. As we look at this battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. Number 1, Aaron Burson in the Talon. His father Peter runs the McRae GM1 and of course has just taken delivery of that beautiful BRM Formula 1 car. As we go back to the front of the field and the gap starting to open up between Estera and Smith. There is Windelburn, there is Aaron Burson, and right in behind him it should be Tony Roberts. Well, Tony Roberts is in the unusual position of chasing his old car. Estera, just getting a little bit untidy, a little bit wide, coming out of the Jenny and home sweeper into the S's and heading into Castrol and out onto the long back straight once again. Hot conditions here at Pukekohe Park Raceway for round 4 of the MSC Tasman Revival Series. From here we go to the Taupo Motorsport Park for round 5, and then, as we told you, the 6th and final round will be in Australia at the ING Formula 1 Grand Prix at Albert Park in Melbourne. This man, well, he'd love to be a part of that. Ken Smith, points leader in the series. Second at the moment. I spoke too soon, and once again he's done it by outbraking Jay Estera and putting a lap car in between them, and that's Kerry McIntosh that he's successfully managed to graft in between himself and Jay Estera. And Estera's got some problems here, but not as much as Stu Lush. I think there's been some contact, and that's heavy damage on the McRae GM1, and the car is stranded in the middle of the track, and that will be a safety car intervention at least. Maybe even a red flag, because Stu Lush's car absolutely stranded on the run to Ford Mountain, and yes, the red flags come out, so the Tasman Grand Prix is shortened, the race is stopped. So the race is stopped, and it means that Ken Smith claims another title in the MSC Formula 5000 Tasman Revival Series. Mark Dwyer from England is in second, and then it's Aaron Burson in third.